Hello there everybody, and welcome to this feature presentation on YouTube. I am King Mac, your hamburger pal. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to enjoy a hot fresh cheeseburger along with some delicious golden french fries, a tasty milkshake, and a nice soft drink. Also be sure to grab some hot buttery popcorn while you're at it as you enjoy this episode of TTBurger Game Reviews on YouTube.
Hey everybody! Welcome back. You're watching more TTBurger Game Reviews here on YouTube, and I'm your host Tony. Back with more videos for the PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4 and more. And today we have another episode of a TTBurger Remastered game review that we're wrapping up here. Episode 12, part 4 of 4 parts here. The final part of the SSX Remastered Series here, where I review games I already reviewed and redo them and make them into the review style that they are today, which is why they're called Remastered Game Reviews. And it's still Christmas time, the holiday is still here with winter time, the snow is going to keep falling down here with the more magic TTBurger snow here. And for this next part here of SSX, we're going to look at a game where we are on a snowboard and skis as well. You can choose one or the other. Before I get started here, I want to give a shout out to everyone who has supported this channel for the last 7 years. If more of you guys, this channel would not be as big as it is today. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you all, because you guys are the greatest. And before we get started here with the final part of the SSX Series Remastered review here, let's go back to look at a snowy TTBurger recap to show you all what you all missed in part 3 of this review. I took a look at SSX 3 and gave it a 9.5 out of 10. I reviewed on the PlayStation 2 and I mentioned it was the best SSX game in the franchise, but there were some small issues there with like some of the races and the opponent AI and stuff like that and everything. But for the most part though, it was a fantastic game, the best SSX game in my opinion. You should all definitely check it out too. Just be warned though, the Game Boy Advance version was awful, and the Xbox had some cumbersome controls, and the GameCube version had some frame rate issues, and not many buttons you had to do, press 2 buttons or more to do tricks and stuff, but whatever console version you get, it's definitely worth it for sure. But now, before we even get started with the review itself, let's go check on our friend Tide the Snowburger. Hey Tide, my man, what's shaking, bro? You ready for the final part of the SSX Remastered review?
Yo, Tony, I'm ready. Just really cold right now. It has been snowing for over a week now, and it will not stop snowing. If this keeps up, we could get snowed in until it all melts.
Yikes, at least you have snow though. We still have nothing. It's like 50 degrees here right now.
Well, Tony, to be honest, it has been so cold. I wish it was like how it is where you live right now, because the snow will not stop at all.
Well, Tide, it'll get better. Keep in mind, holiday time is usually the biggest time for all the snow and the cold weather and everything.
True, Tony, very true. So what are we looking at today for the final part of the video? I hear we can go on skis aside from just snowboarding.
Well, Tide, we're going to take a look at SSX On Tour for the PlayStation 2, Nintendo GameCube, PlayStation Portable, and the Xbox. All released on October 11th, 2005. We have the PlayStation 2 version here, the old version I have. SSX On Tour. This is going to shock you all. I did not like this game. I thought it was a disappointment in the downhill factor of the SSX series. I mean, after the success of SSX 3, you'd think they would improve even more, but that's not the case here. Sure, it's not absolutely horrible, but compared to the other games, it's disappointing for sure. The first problem is the art style. They went with this, instead of this cool arcade-like snow setting here, with this cartoony 80s style, which in my opinion tries to be cool, but it's not interesting as a style for the other 3 games. Then we get into the game, we create a character this time, which I do not mind. I like creating characters in the game. But the problem is, your character has no personality, does not talk or interact with anyone. It would have been cool if they had like a story mode where you start it up as a rookie, make it to your top there and stuff, and you have rivals, stuff like that. That would have been cool. But they don't have it here. And because of this, with the created character thing, all the SSX characters we know and love, like Elise Riggs, Mac Fraser, Moby Jones, KRE and all of them, barely get any screen time at all, and barely even talk. You can only use them in the quick play mode and stuff, and they only have a few one-liners, and that's it. So all the characters you knew and loved in the series get shunned to the back burner for these creative characters. Then after you create a character, you can choose Snowboard or Skis. I'm going to choose Skis because there's a new feature to have here, but if you choose the wrong one, you cannot change the style, you're stuck with it, or unless you create a new character. Then you go into the game, and the graphics are pretty good, but by this time though, the Xbox 360 was already out, and it was on its way into the market, and the graphics were starting to show its age here. I mean, SSX 3 did look better here. The character models look okay, but the faces look kind of flat, looking like cardboard cutouts, and the bodies move like bendable action figures getting ready to break from overuse. The environments look okay, but they're linear this time, and they look kind of lazily done. There's no open world like how it was in SSX 3. It's all linear and straightforward here. The snow effects here look great, and the snowboard and skis look detailed, and the pre-run cutscenes are fantastic, but the game overall could have been better. The menu screens here just try way too hard for this 80s cartoon style, and it makes things confusing here. But you know, I mean, if a menu wants to be creative, that's fine. But here they tried too hard, and it just doesn't look very good looking. Getting into the game, it plays like SSX and the SSX games like that, with the tricks and the racing and everything. I mean, we have freestyle races, the free ride, and more, and a lot to do here at SSX On Tour. But then things start to get downhill not so good. The races and all the other stuff feel way too easy, and it feels like a cakewalk. The other games had challenges, but you think of how to win, just hold your hand, or you win money, like new boards, slowly and more. And some of the stuff is too expensive. You need to do optional races and stuff to get more money. And even then, you don't have enough unless this is do some of the stuff. And some of these optional missions here are boring and stupid. Like, get 150 meters in a race without falling or so, or race for 15 seconds to the finish line without touching the snow. Just grind the whole time, so like that. And they're very mundane tasks and stuff. Or you have like the rival challenges here, where you gotta like beat your opponent's score, or beat their time or something like that, like last time here. But you know, it's not as fun as it was in the other games here and stuff. Skiing is very interesting. Seeing your character fly around, do all the tricks and stuff. It's really cool. It's better than that awful ski and shit game on the PlayStation 2 by Conspiracy Entertainment and stuff. But here's the problem. No matter if you're snowboarding or skiing, it feels very similar to one another, so you're not missing much here. It doesn't really feel that much of a difference. It's just like, oh, just here, it's here. It's like, oh, look at the new ski mode here, you do cool stuff. And then you play and you realize that the skiing is not that much different from the snowboarding. Some of the levels here are too short, and some of them are too long and stuff, and if you're a veteran of the series, you'll breeze right through this no problem. SSX On Tour in the sound department, it was better. It was better, man. I like the variety of music, like rock, hip-hop, and pop. Like, you have bands like OK Go, Louis 14, and like Jurassic 5 and all of them. But the mainstay of the sound is the 80s hard rock metal bands like Iron Maiden and stuff, which I like that music. I like the 80s music stuff, and early 2000s and 90s music and stuff, definitely. But in the menus, though, the songs have no lyrics. During the gameplay, the songs are short, and like their intros are short and all stuff and everything. There is no Radio Big or DJ Tom, no commentary to speak of at all. There's not that much voice editing except for like a few one-liners from the characters and stuff, and the gibberish from the loading screens and stuff. The sound of the snowboard and ski sounds good, I guess you could say that. But get back on track with the goal to become first on the list, and you start at the bottom and go up. There's some nice surprises, like you play the GameCube version, you can play as Mario characters and stuff, which is pretty cool. And there are like photo ops here. If you hit like the camera icon, they'll take a picture of you jumping over this rail or something like that. And you know, it's interesting there. But you know, I did not really like this game. Online play, I have no opinion. I did not play online. And this game, in my opinion, killed SSX. I mean, how could they do this after 3 successful games, and we had SSX 3 that was an improvement over the first two games? You think they would improve over that game, but instead, it's a huge downturn. I mean, not the biggest downturn, but it's not going to get like a 1 or a 2 out of 10 or something like that. But you know, how could they do this after 3 successful games? And hell, the tragedy did not end here, because they made SSX Explorer for the Nintendo Wii, which is basically a kiddie version of SSX that held your hand, and using the Wiimote and the Wii nunchuck and stuff and all that stuff was not that much fun. It held your hand so much that it was awful. And we can't forget that awful SSX reboot of 2012, which had tons of DLC to buy and unlock, and had the EA taint all over it, making it a disaster, where it just, you know, it went for like graphics and stuff over gameplay, and it sucked. And the fact that the characters were very unlikable, even the leaks and everything like that, and the fact that Griff Simmons, the most annoying character at SSX 3, is considered a rival and enemy and stuff too. And you know, you can't even create or you can't even choose a character stuff, just randomly picks it for you. It wouldn't be cool if they had like a story with all the characters and stuff, but we don't have that there. And all the character designs do not look very good. Elise looks totally different, Zoe looks a lot different and everything. So in conclusion here, SSX On Tour was a disappointing game that really could have improved on SSX3, but that was not the case at all. It just went for graphics and art style and fancy moves over making a fun game, and it suffered because of it. It's not the worst game ever. I mean, there are some fun factors to it, like that, and you know, there's some good things about the game, but it's overshadowed by the negative stuff, which is why, in my opinion, SSX On Tour gets a 6 out of 10. It was not that good of a game. It was mediocre, average, just not very good. So yeah, that's why I don't recommend this game, except for just like a rental or so, or get at a friend's house. So Tide, what are your thoughts on SSX On Tour?
Wow, that is totally fucking awful. What did they do? How could they make this game like this? Like, no care or effort at all?
Yeah, man, shocked because we had SSX3, an amazing game in the franchise, and they just shit all over it and stuff and make the main focus of the created characters. They shun away all our popular favorite characters and stuff.
I see, man. Yeah, now that you are done with SSX, what will happen next?
Well, next on the agenda, we have the best games of 2023 and the worst in the 2023 videos I have to make. And there will be some surprises here as well. I'll be featured and stuff. You'll be featured in more of the videos here to come. So be on the lookout for that.
You got it, Tony. Right now, I must go inside before I freeze to death. We snow people only can take so much cold. Even we need to warm up as well at times. So I must go now. But hey, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, bro.
Take care, Tide. And also, Merry Christmas if I don't get a chance to talk to you before then. But that's it for this episode of my remastered game review on the SSX series. Next up will be episode 284 or another remastered episode 13. But next up we'll be talking about the worst game of 2023 and the best game of 2023. So be on the lookout for that, everyone. Which all I gotta say is Tony. Peace out. Have a great day and see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.
But you know that you like it, I'ma get low. Down in my feelings, she gon' get low. Drop it down from the ceiling, I don't